biomechanical optimization. Can you please define that for us and help us understand what do you mean by that, and what should we be doing when we're seeking out people to help us, with achieving the next level of fitness?
Yeah. So biomechanical optimization is really our trademark term at the Fitness Doctor, which basically means the optimization of your body mechanics, which is what it's having every joint and all the tissues function as they're ideally designed. Okay. So for example, most people go to the gym and work out. So it's I think the best way to understand this is if I just give some really simple examples instead of giving, because I can make this very scientific or very understandable. So I think let's try to go towards a really understandable. Most people go to the gym and they look at the equipment and they say, okay, I'm going to row or I'm going to lift this weight. And I have these goals. And usually the goals are body composition or performance. In other words, I want to look this way. I'm not happy with this part, with my butt's too saggy, my belly's too big, this or that, or my doctors told me to do this. I'm not where I want to be, or I want to, or you're not really that individual. Maybe you're fairly fit, but you want to lift more, do more, have more endurance. And everybody's after this more thing. Well, typically that's creates body dysfunction and biomechanical dysfunction. And the reason why is although all of these efforts are great on the physiology side, in other words, the metabolic side, the heart health side, the tissue strengthening, all those things happen. But what happens also is there's negative results in exercise. You have both positive and negative, but most people don't really think about the negative results in exercise unless they have to, right? They actually have pain and stiffness and additional issues. So when you go to the gym, most people focus on moving the equipment. They're focused on the exercise. If they're supposed to curl, they just think about curling. If they're supposed to press, they just think about pressing. Well, here that's not biomechanical. That's equipment optimization. And so biomechanical optimization is really where do you meet? What is your paradigm for your exercise? In other words, if you're going to do a press, like if I'm going to do a chest press, what I'm going to think about, like if I'm going to do bench press, let's use an exercise that lots of guys around the 40s, if they're working out, would do. You're going to think about getting your pelvis in a neutral position. You're going to think about contracting the glutes. You're going to think about that the force can be applied also from the feet, transferring up through the body. You're going to think about proximal body alignment, which is having the center portion of your body all aligned, having intra-abdominal pressure, which means contracting your lower abdomen, your obliques, keeping your rib cage in line with your pelvis, extending your upper back, keeping your chin at a comfortably tucked position, having your scapula in a retracted and depressed position, maintaining that throughout your chest press motion. What's the difference between that and just doing the bench press? One is focused on letting your body function in such a way that the prime movers or the tissues that will make the motion happen, they have to work. But all the stabilizers and all the body alignment tissues that get involved with keeping your spine and all of your joints healthy and optimally functional, what happens is they may or may not turn on, or some parts of them turn on and some parts don't. So what happens is your prime movers get stronger, and the tissues that are supposed to support your body end up getting weaker because they're not being optimally developed.